Y'all, what's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Today I figured I haven't done a video in a minute and live is just so much easier for me. So I'm going to hop on here real quick. I don't want for the replay you guys to be waiting. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to start scratching. I know a lot of guys out there, I get the questions, comments all the time like, I don't know how to scratch. I can't do it. It's so hard. It doesn't make sense. And that makes a lot of sense to me. It's because you haven't learned the correct way to scratch. A lot of times, like, we think it's just like you see DJs get on here and you see like DJs hop on here and just do it so effortlessly, so easy, and you think that, wow, I should be able to do this as well. That is probably the furthest thing from the truth, because you don't actually know the correct way to start learning how to scratch. So I'm just gonna bust it right down to the basics, and it all comes down to, as always, learning how to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We all know that all the beats out here pretty well that we're working with is going to be in a 4/4 time signature. And the biggest thing with scratching is that you are now playing the turntable like an instrument, like an actual instrument. So what is important for you is to actually like play. Say you were a guitar player and you were in a band and you just started like going off on your own, trailing off time. You're not like in the same BPM. You're just doing your own thing. How terrible would that sound? Like, bands sound good because they all play together, and that's no different with like scratching. So we're gonna bust it down. I'm just gonna be working with the baby scratch today. We're just gonna figure out how to drill the baby scratch, right? So as we all know, the baby scratch is just very simply pushing it forward, pulling it back. So if you can't literally just freestyle a baby scratch like that, then you really have to go back. You gotta reset, reevaluate yourself. The baby scratch is the foundation because it is literally like the foundation of every scratch that there is. You're always either going to be pushing the record forward or pulling the record back. So you want to make sure that you really understand how to do the baby scratch, and you can do it over any tempo, anywhere. Let's throw on a beat real quick. Yo, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a part of it, because I'm going to have tons of tutorials coming up very shortly. I'm probably always going to be doing them live. So make sure you guys subscribe. I just hop on. I don't really follow a schedule. I just hop on as I'm feeling it. So yeah, make sure you're smashing that thumbs up so more people can get this video. And the longer that I got more viewers, the longer I'm going to do this for. So as you see, we now have a 72 BPM. I kind of went really high level there. We're going to really break this down. All that we're doing here, we're doing the baby scratch. So we're going to be doing like a whole note, just pushing it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can't do that, like, that's where you need to start. Don't even touch the crossfader. Put your hand behind your back and just... The rest of the sounds, like, anytime that you're learning a scratch, you're pretty well learning, it's hard to explain it, but like, say you were doing a scale with a guitar. At that point, now you're like following a pattern, but you're always going to be, you know, pushing it forward and back. So this would be a transformer. So once again, like, you're still just pushing the record forward and backwards. Like, you're doing a baby scratch, but instead you're involving the crossfader with it. So if you don't have that kind of control with your baby scratch, I promise you, like you're gonna get so much better if you just spend like a week doing nothing but the baby scratch, like picking different BPMs, different tempos, and kind of just baby scratching over it, getting that record control. Your record control is the single most important part of scratching. I personally, like, that was something that blew me away. I started working with DMC champ Vect for a long time, and that's what he told me. He said, like, the crossfader is always the crossfader no matter what. You can do the same thing that anyone can do. You're just turning the sound on or off. Where your flavor comes from is your hand, like your record control. So that's how you can make a scratch sound different, funkier. The way that you move the record, and that all comes down to record control and the way that you can push the record. So the most important scratch, I'm telling you, I know it seems boring, but the baby scratch, taking your time, drilling the baby scratch, and really understanding how it's done and how to do it. So let's pick our beat right here. I'm just gonna do a very slow baby scratch, and I'll kind of count along the way on the way that you should be doing it as well. So let's bring it right back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I'm actually going to pause here real quick. Please make sure you smash that thumbs up button right now. Smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave the beat open for 4 beats. Yo, and make sure you drop some comments. Shout out DJ Showtime right now, my boy. Let's go. DJ Showtime in the building. Let's go. But I'm actually going to leave like a 4-bar instrumental so that if you guys are watching a replay or someone else is watching this in the future, you can actually get your decks out and scratch with me. Like, that is the purpose of this video, that you can literally just scratch with me and practice with me. So I'm going to do a pattern. You just follow the pattern and repeat it. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Faster. We're gonna get faster. Pause real quick. If you guys have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop them and I can definitely answer them. Yo, I learned a lot from you. Thank you, bro. Thank you for being here. As long as you guys are enjoying this content, that's all I do it for, man. I'm kind of like, I've already pretty well exceeded any DJ goal that I've ever had. I'm like retired at my age. I'm just here to help you guys out. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for following me. Thank you for being here. And I hope that in the future we get to work together or something. That would be sick. Anonymous in the building. Wagwan. Back to the cuts. Let's go. Just a basic forward, back, forward, back. That was more of a drag, but I just wanted to kind of like spice it up for you. You're still doing the same movement, still the baby scratch, but you're just doing it further. Back to it. Adding a drop in. That's funky, bro. That's funky. And you can see that, like, you can do this too. It's very simple. As long as you know how to push it forward. Obviously, you might not have that snap back yet. You might not be able to snap it back, but you can for sure just do. If that's where you got to start, that's where you start. And there's no shame in that. The problem, like, the biggest shame is that if you're going to start just. That's something that DJs have a lot of problems with. Like, thinking that we're better than we are. Like, thinking that we can, like, oh, you know, I just learned how to beat match, so I better be able to scratch. I better be able to do the cuts. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Like, with mixing and remixing and stuff, it is a very simple thing, very easy to do. But when it comes to scratching, you have to build the muscle memory. Like, you could never think that you're just gonna pick up a guitar one day and start like busting it out. It would never happen. You would go get a guitar teacher and you would practice for hours and hours and hours until your fingers bled, and that's when you would start getting good. That's the same thing with scratching, because you have to, like, we're doing notes, we're doing patterns, you have to be able to do them correctly. You're never gonna do like a crab scratch without the baby scratch. It's still in there. You're still doing the baby scratch, right? A flare? Same, like baby scratch. Flare? OG flare. No matter what scratch you're trying to learn, they all have the baby scratch in it. Like, every single one of them. There's not one. Maybe the tear. Like, the tear might be the only one that you could say, oh, that's not the baby scratch, because you're doing a baby scratch, but you're stuttering it, essentially. But it all comes back to, like, do you have that record control? Are you able to hold the record and push it and stutter it and stop it in the middle? So instead of using a crossfader, you're just stopping the sound. So you're doing like a manual crossfade. All right, I'm going to check the comments again, and then we're going to do some more cuts, and then I'm going to probably end this video. But if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments, and then I will definitely answer them for you. Yo, 999 in the building. What's up, my bro? King World in the building. OG from the channel, man. King World, been around since the start, man. Shout out King World. Alright, so we're just going to do some more cuts here. I'm going to give you guys some more baby scratch patterns. And just remember, like, the baby scratch is the most important scratch of all. Let's change the beat up. Let's go a little bit faster. We've done a lot of 70 BPM. And that's a pro tip for you guys. Like, if you want to learn this, you have to start slow. Like, start as slow as possible. Again, I was saying this. Like, if you can't do... That's where you start. You start here. And, like, give yourself a pat on the back. Like, shout out, Andrew. You did it. You did a baby scratch. Good work, man. The hardest thing that none of us really understand is that, like, if you're not doing it correctly, you're now building bad habits. And this is something that I had to overcome, like, a long time. This was the biggest problem that I had, is that I didn't have the right muscle memory. I kept trying to do things so quick that, like, you couldn't even fix it at that point. I built in this muscle memory that's completely incorrect. I had to spend, like, weeks unlearning a lot of the stuff that I was doing back in my past life, let's say, my past scratch life. I had to unlearn everything. I actually had a tendonitis too, because I used to scratch on my right hand. I'll show you guys what that sounds like. I'm very like loosey-goosey, and because I was doing this so fast, I actually gave myself a tendonitis, because you don't actually want to be moving your arm like this. You want to stay like very tight. When I'm cutting on this side, my arms aren't even moving. But on this side, because I haven't practiced that way yet, my whole arm is moving, my whole everything is moving. But the proper way to do it, none of you should be moving. You should just be like very tight. Everything should be kind of tight, and that's a practice for you guys. I'm just gonna pull up. I seen a ton of comments in here. Yo, King World. Yo, Albert Sanchez in the building. This one is the EV. What is it called again? The E-Verse 8. It's battery powered. So this is something that I use at all my ceremonies. I actually have a battery powered lapel too. So anytime I got a ceremony, I charge $250. All I carry is this in. I can set up anywhere on the planet. I plug my mic into it, which is also wireless, and they're good to go. $250 cash in your pocket. Practicing every day, bro. Shout out Showtime. Like the only way you're gonna get better is if you practice every single day. Like since I had a kid, I don't practice every day, and like right now I'm trying to catch up to where I used to be. Once I had the kid, my practice time has definitely went down, but as long as you come back to it, like I'm never gonna do this. I wanted to actually compete for DMC this year, but the kid came first. Yo, good evening from Spain, DJ Daniel in the building. Shout out. My past life. I mean, like when I used to scratch without a coach. So I just started working with a DMC, a 7-time DMC champion, Vect. I started working with him. And everything that I taught myself, I basically had to unlearn it all. Like I had to throw it all in the garbage and start relearning, re-practicing, relearning everything because of all these bad habits that I had that I like kind of ingrained into my muscle memory. I had to unlearn all of that, and that was like the biggest problem that I had with my my scratching. Chopped and screwed videos, not really. Yo, Nate Div in the building. What's good, Nate? So this year, 13 years as well, man. Like I've been scratching wrong with this arm for 13 years. I've been scratching with this arm for about 1.5 years, and this arm is about 8,000 times better, way faster, way sicker, because I learned the correct way to do it, like using my wrist instead of using my arm. Where on this side, like I'm very loosey-goosey. I haven't practiced the correct way yet with this arm, but on this arm, I can pretty well do like anything. And it all comes down to like just the way I hold the crossfader, pinching the crossfader, and then like I push with my hand. Instead of my arm, I'm just using my hand. None of this, just this. And then shout out India in the building. What's your name? Hard Praise side? Yo, shout out. Left hand, bro. Like from what I've learned, your left hand is more of a Cali West Coast style. You got like more time to chill and like more intricate cuts, and then on the right side is more like rapid fire because most of us are right-handed. It's always going to be a little bit faster, like ready to go. So a lot of us who cut on the right side are very like oh, ba, 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 whereas this side is more like da 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 da. If that makes any sense. I can't use crossfader. I know, man. I know it's difficult. Oh yeah, I can definitely tell a difference. Yo, attorney Seth Davis. Yo, shout out. If you're a lawyer, I need your help anyways. What's up? Yo, we got mad people checking in. Shout out everybody right now. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you guys aren't subscribed, I would subscribe because I just do this whenever I'm feeling like it. Anytime my kid is gone, Right now they went to her grandma's house, so he's gone, so I have a chance to like make some noise. So I can't really make a schedule, but I do it when I can. So I'm just gonna set up one more BPM here. Please keep dropping the questions, keep dropping the comments, and I will hopefully be able to address it for you. Let's go. Oh, fake jamming. Here we go. Alright, let's keep it basic. We gotta keep it basic for you guys. And this beat's actually a little crazy, so I'm not gonna give you guys that one. World War III, classic beat. We're gonna keep doing the baby scratch. I don't want to go too high level for you guys because that's where you're gonna get confused, and that's when you're gonna lose. So we're gonna keep it baby scratch. Just a few more patterns with the baby scratch, different patterns. And if you guys are watching the replay on this, feel free to follow along. I'm gonna give you a bar where you can cut over as well. My bad, I cut the sound off there. This beat kind of sucks too, man. What is going on? There we go. There we go, that's a better beat. All we're doing is like we're literally just doing the baby scratch over and over, different kinds of combos, different ways to ride the beat. But in the end, like what makes you sound like a good DJ is if you're able to play over the beat and just sound good. Something that I always need to remind myself is to go slower. We always want to go back to just going so crazy, so fast, because we think that's what sounds good, but that's the furthest thing from the truth. What sounds good is when you spend your time, you're playing over the beat, like you're part of the band and you're doing the thing. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Faster. Get faster. We're doing a drop in here. after you've practiced, you've drilled it. Now you get to start freestyling. That's how I always like to end a session myself. Is like, yo, shout out BS Music. Hi, what's up, fam? I see you. Best genre. Like I don't think there's a genre that really matters, but oh, shout out Mr. Cool. I'm gonna freestyle some cuts right now, so I got you, bro. Yeah, I can't crab with my right hand at all. Or like I use actually my right hand to crab. Alright, we're good. What set am I using? Turntables, classic turntables, Stanton straights, and then a Rain 72. I don't recommend this mixer, but Rain 72. Alright, boom. Track is out. Stream is done. You think it's easier to scratch on vinyls? Well, so with needles, it makes it a lot harder. My coach actually said, you should probably start rocking your turntables again. I used to use a Rev 7. The Rev 7 is so much smoother, so much better, so much easier, but it's got smaller platters, so I definitely have more hand room on this. But that's not to say that it's better at all. Like you can't just say it's better or worse. I have better record control with the bigger platters, but the actual way that the other one works is so much better. So you win in one category, but you lose in another. So it like you can scratch on anything. It doesn't matter what you have. Chen Dizzle. Oh, yeah, that was you. Oh, and like I've seen guys crush it with CDJs, man, cutting on CDJs. In the end, like the only thing that matters is do you have right record control or not. Doesn't matter if it spins or not. As long as you know how to do it and you can do it, you can scratch on anything. Message retracted. What crossfader? I actually do during perform. The crossfader just cuts the sound on and off. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to do a ton of these in the future. Thank you guys for being here. Bottom of my heart. Love you guys. I will see you later. Let's go.